Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are an IT professional, the chances of using terminal commands in your day-to-day life is so common. Maybe if you are a developer, you might be using command line tools like npm or yarn to install or manage your dependencies in your project, or you might be using git tool for version control system, or you might be log into your virtual server and working with files and directories. So in this video we will learn the basic commands that can help you to get started with terminal. So before I start explaining any command, let us learn what is the terminal and how it is working behind the scenes. If you observe the terminal, it is an interface that will let you to interact with your operating system directly with the help of test commands. So behind the scenes, what is happening is your terminal will have a shell program. So the shell program will interpret your commands and it will come back with your responses. So when you enter a text command, the shell program will process your command. It will deal with the operating system and it will get back with your output. Currently I'm in Windows machine. I'm using I have opened Windows PowerShell. So for this video, I will be using a Ubuntu virtual machine. So I have already provisioned virtual server on my AWS account. So you can simply connect to your machine by using the SSH command. So let us take this command and go to our PowerShell. So from here onwards, I will be log into the virtual server and then we can start using the commands. So here if you observe, I'm using the SSH command. So I'm providing a private file with my remote username at the rate host name. So this is my SSH command to log into the remote server. So we are successfully logged in and I'm inside the virtual machine. If you are a Windows user and like you want to practice the commands, so you might use git bash. So if you install git in your local machine, you will be able to use git bash. So you can see I have opened git bash from my system, and you can practice the commands that will work similarly, but there might be some variations as per Windows, right? So there will be difference between Mac, Linux and Windows operating systems, right? So you might need to do a little bit of Google search on the variations. So let us continue with our Ubuntu machine. So before we start practicing any commands, I would like to provide some shortcuts. So currently if you see, if you press Ctrl L, it will clear the screen. So either you can execute a command called clear, or you can press Ctrl plus L. It will clear the screen. Let us say you are trying to execute a command, maybe like you are trying to create a directory, but you want to cancel the command, like you don't want to execute it. Then you can press Ctrl C. So this will stop executing the command and it will give you the interpreter for the next line. Maybe you have executed a command in the past, but you don't remember the full command. So here you can use search command for, like if you press Ctrl R, it will open the search utility, where here you can type the part of the command. For example, maybe I want to know history, then if I type HIS, then it is giving you that command that is matching with that. So if you click on that, it will help you to it will execute the command directly. The first command that we need to be aware of is manual command. So if you don't know how to use a command, then this man command will help you with the description and options that you can use. For example, you can use man with the ls command. So basically ls command is for listing the contents in your directory. So if I type man ls, so you can see it will provide the description So list directory contents, and it will help you with the options, like you can use some options in order to get more information. So you can press Q to quit from the description, this interface. If you are in Windows and if you are using git bash, then you might be you need to use help command. So this will again do the same thing, but instead of man command, you need to use help command. Okay, let us start with the file system navigation commands. So the first command I would like to explain is pwd. So it stands for present working directory. So you can see I'm currently inside home Ubuntu. So it is my home directory. So when you log in, this is the first home directory that you will be enter into. So the next command is ls. So basically ls will list the directory contents. So currently we have nothing. So that's the reason we are seeing empty. So let's say if you try to create a directory using mkdir command. Now if you do ls, so you can see the directory it is displaying. So there is also one thing, like if you do ls with the L flag, so you can see it is giving you more information about the directory, like when it is created, the permissions, the user group and all. So this is called long listing contents. And there is one more thing, like you can also use a flag. So this will show you the hidden files. So any directory or any file that starts with dot, it is going to be hidden by default. So you can use ls with a flag, it will display the hidden files. So in a nutshell, like if you use ls with la options, so it will display all the directories and hidden files and directories with more information about it. You can also reverse the output by using the r flag. So you can see I just used r along with the la. So now the output was in a reverse order. Okay, let us learn about cd command. So currently we have a test folder inside it. So we can change our directory, current directory to test by using the cd command. So cd test, so it will shift the current directory to test. Like if you do pwd, sorry. So if you type pwd, it will show you that you are inside a test directory. It will also show you here also. So if you want to come out of this test folder, or maybe you want to go to previous directory or a parent directory, then you can use cd dot dot. So this will take you one step back. So again we came back to our home directory from test directory. So you can also execute multiple commands at the same time. For example, we want to change to test directory and create a directory inside it. So test1, let's say. So you can see we are inside the test directory. If you do ls, you can see the test1 directory is created. Okay, let's change inside that. Okay, so now we are inside a test1 folder. Now we want to go back to home directory directly without using cd dot dot. So you can either use tilde symbol, it will take you to the home directory, or you can also use a cd command directly. Like let me change to test1 again. So you can see we are inside test1. Now if I type cd and press enter, so you can see we came back to home directory again. So you have two options to come back to home directory. Either you can use cd tilde symbol, or you can just use cd. That's it. So let us start working with files and directories. So let me create a folder test1. I'm also creating one more folder test2. So we can create multiple folders at the same time. So if I type ls, you can see we have test1, test2. We can create a file by using the touch command, file1.txt, as you can see. So if I do ls, we can also see the file inside. So you can see directories are in blue color and file is in white color, so there is a differentiation. So if you want to remove a file, you can simply use rm command. So I'm just using the rm command, and also like you don't need to type the file name fully. Like for example, while I'm typing the name, so I'm using the tab, so it will auto complete. So you need to make sure that there are no other files that are starting with the same name. If we enter this command, then you can see it has executed, and if you do ls, we don't see that file anymore. Now let's see how to remove the directory. So currently all these three directories are empty, right? I believe test directory has some contents. Let's see. So we can also verify the contents inside a test directory. Okay, it has a test one. Okay, let's see now. So first of all, let's try to delete the empty directories. Test1 and test2 are empty directories. So we can use rmdir remove directory with the name of the directory. So test1. So it is executed successfully. Okay, let us execute this second as well. Okay, now we have only test folder. If I try to delete this test folder, you can see directory is not empty. So rmdir is not helping here. So now how to remove if you have contents inside a folder. So in this case, we need to recursively delete the contents inside the folder and then finally delete the folder. So in that case, we need to use rm command with r flag and the name of the folder. So now if you do ls, now we no longer have that folder in our system. Okay, let's clear the screen. So let me create a file. Okay, so let's say you want to copy this file and create another file with the same contents, right? So we can use cp command. So you need to provide the source file and the destination file name. So in this case, I'm naming it as file2. So now if you do ls, you can see you have a copy of file1 with the name file2. So let's say you want to rename your file. So we can use move command. So mv with the old file name with a new file name. Now if you do ls, now you can see with the new file name there is no file starting with file1. So move command is not only for renaming, it can also help in moving your file to from one directory to another. So let us create a directory with the name as a source, and maybe you want to rename this folder from source to src. Now if you do ls, you can see the folder has changed. So I'm going to remove all these files and directories. Okay, so now we have no files. Let's say you want to add some information into your file. Okay, let us see the cat command. So currently we do not have any file. So basically cat command is used to display the contents or information in a file. So currently we have no file, right? Let's create a file and input information into that. We can use cat with a right angle bracket, and you can provide a file name. So now it is asking you to enter some information. So I'm just going to type some information. Okay, once we are done with the typing, we can press Ctrl D. It will close the execution. And now if you type cat with the file name, you can see the information has been written inside the file. Let us do the same thing with one more file. So I'm just outputting information into the second file. This is from second file. Again press Ctrl D. Okay, so now you can see we have two files inside it. We can display the contents of multiple files at the same time. For example, using the cat command, I'm using file1 as well as file2. Now if I press enter, you can see the contents of file1 came first and followed by the contents of second file. So the cat command can also able to display multiple file output at the same time. Now we will see how to append information to the already existing file. So let's say in file 1 we have hello world and welcome to the course, right? So now I want to append. So we can use double angle brackets to append information onto the file 1. So if you type enter now, so again it is waiting for you to enter. Now again press Ctrl D. Now we are out of the file. So now let's see the output of file 1. Now you can see the information has been appended and not overwritten. So single angle bracket will override the existing information. Double angle brackets will append the information. Okay, let's clear the screen now. So let me create a file called big file.txt. Okay, like in this file I want to add information that is huge. So I'm just going to my browser and copy pasting some text information. So I have copied this information. We can use some editors like Nano or Vim editor to edit your file. So I will be showing you both ways how to use Nano and Vim. So let us use Vim first. So Vim with the name of the file. So this will open the file. As you can see, it is empty right now. So once you are inside the editor, you need to press I for inserting, and now I'm just pasting the text information that I have copied from the browser. Okay, the information has been pasted now. Now in order to save and come out of this editor, you need to press escape key first and then followed by colon WQ, stands for write and quit. Okay, now I'm outside the editor. So let's try to see the information using the cat command. Now you can see it has taken so much of you can see it has emitted all the information at the same time. So this is huge, right? So much to read. So let's clear the screen. So now we can use the less command to view the contents of a file, like page by page, or you can scroll up or down. So let's use that. Instead of cat command, we can use less. So now you can see it has given some information, and now if you do page down, like it has given some more information. So now we are end of the page. If you have huge information, then this will help you to read little by little. If you want to come out of this, like you can press Q. So let's see how to use the Nano editor in order to edit your file. So Nano with the name of the file. So I'm inside the file. So I can add maybe. Okay, once we are done, then we can press Ctrl X to exit. So it will ask you to save or not. Let's press yes and press enter now. So now if we do cat command, so you can see by the end of the page, like you can see it has taken our edit, this edit by using Nano editor. So now let us talk about the find command. In order to work with it, let's create some files. So before that, we need to verify what are the files existing. Okay, so let's clear these files now. Okay, we have nothing inside right now. Okay, so let's create some files. So in by using the terminal commands, like you can create multiple files at the same time. So here you can see I'm creating 10 files at the same time with the single command. So I'm specifying the names like this. So here I'm conveying that I want files with the name file 01 till file 10, text files, all are text files. So if I press enter now, let's say, okay, like we can have the files created, right? Okay, so now we can make use of this find command to find a file inside the directories. So we can tell the command like find a file inside the directory with the name followed by this pattern. So file that start that can have anything after dash. So let's press enter. You can see it has given the location of the files that are matching with the pattern that we mentioned here. So what is the use of using the find command? Okay, not only finding the location. For example, here let's say I want to let's sort this. Okay, you can see the files are sorted in ascending order. Okay, now maybe we can also output this information into another file. So let me use this right angle bracket, so we can output this into another text file. So let's clear the screen now. Let's see what are the files existed. Okay, so we have file 1 to 10. We also have output text file. So if you do list the contents inside it, now you can see the output of a previous command was written inside this output file. So like this also you can make use of it. Okay, so let's delete all the files at the same time. So now we can also again use the find command. So dot representing the current directory. If you want to fetch in all the places, then you need to use this forward slash. So in my case, I want to search in the current directory, so that has a name pattern like this. So first search those files. So now I want to delete these files at the same time. So now you can use this delete flag, and if you execute this and if you try ls, you can see all the files that are started with file has been deleted now. Okay, so let's clear the screen. So currently we have only one output file. Let's output the information. Let's talk about head and tail commands. For example, if you use head with the name of the file, so by default it will display top 10 lines in your file. As we are having only 10 lines, so it is only displaying those. You can also limit number of lines you want with the n flag. So here I'm mentioning I want top 5 lines. So head representing the top part. So from starting I want first 5 lines. So now if you press enter, you can see we can see the first 5 lines. So the tail is similar to head, but it will provide information from the bottom onwards. So for example, if I use tail with the name of the file, so again it will provide you by default 10 lines, but from the bottom onwards. So if I use tail with the n flag, so you can see the bottom 5 lines are outputted. So head and tail commands are used like this. So let's clear the screen. So again, let me output. So you can also add -n flag to your file. So this will add the line numbers also to your output. Okay, let's clear the screen. So let me create one empty file. So I'm just creating file1.txt. Okay, so we have the file. So I want to find empty files in my directory, current directory. So again, in this case also we can make use of find. Okay, along with file one, it is also giving me the other hidden files as well. The next command is echo one. So echo is similar to cat command, but basically echo is like you can display the single lines. Like if I type hello world like this, you can see it will output the single line. If you want to emit more than one line, then cat command is the best option. So you can use echo, and again you can output this information into a file. So let's write this output into file one. So if you do cat file one, now you can see the hello world information. Okay, let's clear the screen now. So let us see what is inside. Okay, we have the files. So let me create a directory. So that is called source. So I want to create one more directory inside source app. So let us try to compress the source folder right now. So you can see we have source folder. Now I want to compress this. So by default we have a tar program is available. Like you can create a tarball files. So we can use the tar command. So you can provide the name of the file, like so let us try to give the name. source.tar.gz. So it will use gzip algorithm, and you need to mention the directory name. So so the directory name is the source, right? So this is what we need to compress. So this will be the name of the compressed file. So this C stands for creating, G stands for zipping, verbose, and use the file name, like we are providing the name explicitly. So let us enter. Okay, so now if I do ls, now you can see the tar zip file has been created. Okay, so now let me delete this source directory. So we need to use r flag, right, to recursively delete. If it is not empty, then we need to use this. Let's press enter. Okay, so now if I do ls, okay, we have no source folder inside our current directory. So let us see how to unzip the file, right? Again, we can make use of the tar command. So this time we have to use xzvf and the name of the zipped file. So source.tar.gz. Okay, let's enter. Okay, let's do ls now. Now you can see the folder has been unzipped. Okay, let's clear the screen now. So there are some commands that I would like to show. So you can use these commands to know a little bit about your system. For example, we can know who am I. So you can see it is returning me the root username. So you can also find the date by using the date command. We can also make use of the history command. Like if I type history, so it will list down all the commands that I have used previously. So you can see for example, so the last command that I have executed is history, right? And the previous one was date. So for example, we want to execute this command now. So you can see it has an identifier, right? 223. So you can use this exclamation with the 223. It will execute that command again. Now you can see we got, so the command was executed and we got the response back. Okay, let's clear the screen now. So now let us see how to install certain packages onto your machine. So in this case, I'm using Linux Ubuntu machine. So whenever first time you are installing your any packages, like you need to update your default packages inside your machine. So we need to execute a command called sudo apt update. So this will update your default packages. Okay, let's see how to install git on our virtual server. So I'm using the sudo command I have to use as a root. So we can use apt install git. So the git has been installed. We can verify its version. We can use some commands like what is with the name of the package that you have installed. So you can see it is providing some information, and you can also verify command like where is git. So you can see the location where it was installed. Okay, so the what is and various commands can also be helpful sometimes. So let us see a command called uname. So you can see the Linux machine, it is providing, so by default. So if you add a flag to this, so it is providing much more information about your machine. This information is useful, but maybe you want to see in a better way. So let's use a package to display in a better way. So sudo apt, we can install package name neofetch. Yes. Okay, so the package was installed. So previously we used the uname with the a flag, right? So this is what we are trying to see, and we have installed neofetch, right? So let's use this command. Now you can see it has provided in a beautiful visual representation with the machine with IP address, host name, kernel, and remaining information. Let's clear the screen now. So I want to show one more package. Let's see the contents. Okay, so let's remove the zipped file. Okay, so now we have a source. So now we can use one more package. Like by default we have used a tar program to compress the file. Sorry, to compress the folder. So we can also use a zip package. Like let's install that. Sudo apt install zip package. Okay, so the package was installed. So now what we can do, so if I do ls, we have source. Now we want to compress this source folder using this zip package. So we can use this zip command with a new name and the source directory. Okay, if you do ls, now you can find the zipped version of the folder. Now let us delete this source directory. Now we want to uncompress this zipped file folder again, so we can use unzip command and the name of the zip. So now if you do ls again, your folder is back. So there are some notable commands, like for example, if you do if you want to know the free space available, like you can type free. If it is not giving much information, you can do df -h, so you can verify how much is available, so on. So there are some commands like you can do reboot, or you can do shutdown with the terminal commands like this also. So the final command is so you want to come out of this server, like you can use the exit command. So now you will come out of this connection. So I hope this video is helpful for you to learn the basic commands that you can use while you in your work. So if you are already existing user and experienced person, I hope this will help you in revising the commands. If you are a beginner, then I hope this video is helpful for you to learn or to get started with using terminal commands. So in like as I mentioned again, like you may need to use git bash in Windows if you want to execute the commands. Usually in Mac and Linux, like so default bash program is available. So for example, so I'm trying to log in again. So if I do echo $z, now you can see the bash program is available. So here you can execute the Linux and Mac commands here. But in case like if you are in Windows, then you might be using git bash. So feel free to explore the commands and do a little bit of Google search to know more about it. There are some more useful commands available, so that can help you in to efficiently work with your task and programs. So that's all about the video, everyone. Thank you guys for watching till the end. So we'll connect again in another video. Until then, keep watching. Take care. Bye.